There are lots of research initiatives and training areas within the university where we really are trying to tackle societal issues or serious problems, where it's really beyond the scope of the university itself or any community or any discipline to be able to make progress on that. We need to bring very diverse stakeholders and viewpoints together, and that's an engagement problem. Engagement actually is the subject, the primary topic of my research, and I'm interested in producing actionable lessons around that so that we can have people do that work better and solve problems more effectively. It is important for me as a good instructor and as a researcher to not only be studying how other people do this work well, but to be lending what I know about it to a real-life problem, and also to be testing myself constantly and developing my own skills so that I do better research and teaching. I'm also producing basic research around how does deliberation work, how do people learn, what kind of information do they need to make good decisions, how do we facilitate better meetings, how can we figure out more systematically, like, who needs to be in the room? What do we do when they're not in the room around power relations and things like that? I'm working with the community of Falcon Heights following the killing of Philando Castile. I'm working closely with a task force of citizens and with the city government about that, to think about what does that reflect about race relations in their community, around policing. The work that I am doing in Falcon Heights is really deeply meaningful to me right now. Falcon Heights is our neighborhood of the university, and this is an immediate issue that has relevance in a lot of other places. And as I'm working with communities to try to design deliberation and facilitate public meetings, it gives me an opportunity to include a lot of my students in doing that work. I teach a lot of master's level students from across the university how to organize and facilitate and problem solve. The work of Engaged Scholarship is a long-term commitment. You can't just drop in and drop out. This is not project-based work. This is about sustained commitment. There's mutual trust involved, and we need to get to know one another in order to do our best work. That's what makes studying engagement really satisfying for me. It's like we are problem solving together, and it takes time, and we invest the time, and we all learn, and at the end, we hope to have better outcomes for communities.